to your opening yet, Neal. 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21. 20.
Your clock is faster than mine. You're like 20. You're 20 seconds ahead of me.
Jason's clock is faster than a lot of people.
Are you in the future right now? You're 20 seconds ahead.
I love Neal's response. 18, 17, 16.
Oh my goodness.
15.
Wait, can I just say one last time? Pre-market prep today is sponsored by Rockwell Trading. There's a link up on the screen, rockwelltrading.com/Benzinga to learn more. Thank you to Marcus. Thank you to Jason. It is just about 9:30. That means it is Get Technical. So let's do that with Neal Hamilton right about now. Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go.
Welcome into the open where we get technical. You should have investments in long-term growth. Hello, everyone, and good morning. My name is Neal Hamilton. I'm not a cat. I'm just a retail trader, just like you. And I'm here to teach you what I'm learning. I'm a little bit out of breath right now because I just ran into my kitchen to get a pot to bang for the opening bell, as it is about 9:30 a.m. Eastern time.
Excuse me, Elise, you just got a pot to bang, and that's it. Thanks. Bye. From your kitchen.
That's Jason Raznick.
I thought that was pretty good. All right.
That was good. That was good. All right, folks, that is Jason Raznick. As you know, he is the guy that promoted me from intern status when I used to sweep the floors at Benzinga and just returned Luke Jacoby's energy drink cans. Then one day, Jason Raznick took a shine to me, noticed how much money I was making on those can returns, decided to make it into a line of business at Benzinga. Benzinga can returns. And I started marketing that. Next thing you know, I'm here on this show with all these silly gooses having silly fun times with you guys. Enough of that. I've got my stream, or not my stream, I've got my screen shared. I want to talk about a couple things. I didn't have a chance this morning to do my little outline for you guys. Number one that I want to talk about is let's just check in on our stock. This was our pick that we had yesterday. I don't know, Spencer, do you recall if we had FPRX yesterday or the day before?
It was, what's today, Friday? FPRX was like a Tuesday or Wednesday thing.
All right, folks. FPRX is forming a beautiful cup and handle formation here, and we are closed above it. We are in breakout territory. This is a stock to keep your eyeballs on. Put your eyeballs right up against your screen until it gets really uncomfortable and watch this stock. This is the weekly. Let me switch it to not 1 hour. Let me switch it to the daily. We are looking healthy. I know yesterday everything else was looking red and FPRX was looking good. So we've got strong momentum coming into the stock for this breakout. We have volume trending upward. We are looking for a break above resistance right about where we are. So we are testing this resistance line. Where's my stop? Right on this red line, which you guys probably can't see. You guys always flame me in chat when you can't see my lines, but my stop is at about 1890, which is just below the lowest point of the handle on our cup and handle. And I'm looking for big gains on this stock. Shout out to a gentleman on Twitter who is schooling me on cup and handle patterns. I've been doing them my way, which I will continue to do, but he showed me something cool that I'm going to share with you right now. When you have a cup and handle pattern, you have an upward trend and then a tiny little downward trend. What you can do there is use a Fibonacci trend-based fib extension tool, which is probably on your Thinkorswim account if you use that, which is probably on whatever charting tool you're using. All right. This is not a fib retracement. Fib retracement is like this. Go to the bottom, and then we go to the top. So it's swing low to swing high when it's a bullish move. And that gives us an idea of where the stock might bounce and return to trend, which here is pretty damn spot on. We can see that it lines just about up with the bottom of this handle, but that's not what we're doing here. Normally, I would set my price target like this. I go to the bottom of this stock, the depth of my cup. I'd go up to the resistance, and then I would add that distance to my breakout point, which is the resistance line on this pattern, which would put my target at about $29.60, targeting about $37 in quick profit. Or not $37, 37%. But something cool, something fast. We can use this fib tool, go to the bottom of the swing low, go to the swing high, and then go back down once again to the bottom of your handle pattern. And we get, in this case, a more conservative price target. So that first price target is where the 100% line comes in on the Fibonacci. What is this thing called? Fib extension tool. So we got fib retracements, and in this case, fib extension. So shout out to the gentleman who showed me that. I love it. I think a lot of times with these lesser known stocks, that the more conservative price target is extremely helpful. So I know that if I get a close above this point, it's time to pile in. Not a lot of options on this one.
Neal, before I get away from you for the rest of the day, okay, for the hour, I just want you guys to see Neal, how hard he goes on his technicals and shows you guys. Neal's giving you the behind the scenes action. Any technical thing that you're looking for, stock, Neal knows it all. Okay. And guess what? If there's something that you're not liking that Neal's talking about, talk about it in the chat. Discuss stock ideas. It's 9:30, guys. Wake up. Smell the coffee. It's James Santiago's trading SNDL. That's crazy stock to trader now. But Neal is a fucking genius when it comes to this stuff. So you guys talk in the chat, talk stocks. Neal, it's amazing what you've learned. Neal learned this stuff in 2 years, and he's the freaking man. So guys, talk it up. Have fun. Neal, I won't bother you again. I just wanted to say I was listening to it, learning about Fibonacci, which I didn't really know a bunch about. I want to know who Fibonacci is, but this is just great. So Neal, I won't interrupt again. I will leave. It's your show. I'm just interrupting it. But I want to say, guys, start talking. Talk about your ideas. Talk about your trades. Don't worry. Neal likes it. Have fun. Peace.
Thanks, Uncle Raz. That's Uncle Raz, everyone. All right, shout out in the chat for a conservative. This is really cool. So you do this with cup and handles. This is something I've done in the past. I usually give 2 price targets. I say price target 1, price target 2. One's conservative, one's aggressive. Moving the depth of the base height, making a line out of that, and then adding that to the bottom of our handle, we actually hit this 100% point on the Fibonacci. It's crazy how that stuff works. So watch this stock. Thank you for the tip in chat, guys. This is just a reminder also. The genius designation, I agree with 100%. But in all honesty, I'm learning. That's the point of this show, is I'm teaching you things that are very rudimentary, but they are actually working for me. So that's why I'm sharing them with you. I'm sharing you stocks that I'm actually in that are actually making me money. Yes, we're going to have some losers. I'm going to talk about one shortly. But this is all about having a sound system that verifies various indicators, telling you what might happen with a stock, what is likely to happen with a stock, and then making a disciplined trade based on that to supplement your investments, because hopefully you've got some long-term investments that are making you money. All right, cool. So that is FPRX. New stock to watch. We've got CVV. 2 V's. All right. This is another cup and handle. It is a cup and handle day. All right. Let me know in chat or in the comments if you're watching this on YouTube if you knew about CVV before I'm bringing it up right now. Let me know if you've been in CVV, because I believe that back in October of last year, this thing was quite popular. This is one of those tickers that no one would shut up about. So we've got a cup and handle pattern here. Yeah, it looks a little wonky. but price patterns follow natural law. Natural nature sometimes looks a little funky. But we've got an upper trend, the left side of a cup. We've got the right side of the cup just about meeting it at resistance. That screen is outdated. This screen is not outdated, my friend. This is up to date. Let me go full. And then we've got a resistance line. So for CVV, we'll look at CABR. And Janet, I cannot provide financial advice. This isn't advice. If you guys actually follow what I'm doing, that's dumb. Don't actually literally do what I'm doing. Take the lessons and reinforce what you're learning and try to make more educated decisions. Something that Rob Smith, creator of the Strat, said is that trading is not a one-person job. He thinks it should be done in pairs or in teams. And I agree with that 100%. I love when I talk about a ticker and you guys in chat say that you're also in it, or you agree with the technicals, or you give me another way to look at it. So that's what this is about. All right, so we've got a cup and handle on CVV, looking for a close above resistance, probably somewhere around the 748, 750 area. We just want a healthy green candle close. That's it. At any rate, that is CVV. Palantir. Guys, I actually got to get my phone out. I bought calls, in the money calls expiring today on Palantir on a whim yesterday, like right before the close. And then of course we got the news that Kathy Woods bought a whole bunch of Palantir. Is Palantir in a good spot? Let's pull up the old Bollinger in terms of trend. So it hit the lower deviation in the Bollinger Band, and looks like it might be returning to mean right now. Just give me a second. I just want to check on the trade. Just give me a sec. Expires today, so yeah. Yeah, baby. All right, let me just sell this. Oh wait, no. Oh yeah, I can sell it. Real quick, guys. Okay, so that will be in the money call expiring today on Palantir at the strike price of $25. So I got the $25 strike price expiring today. That cost me $73 per contract. Well, per option. And I made $295 per option on it. Very quick. Very, very quick. So that's something I want to talk to you guys a lot more about, because I think that once we get through the sort of longer term trends that we're looking at, and sort of these just like breakouts that we're going to have to watch for a few days to a week, I want to start looking at individual stocks and then looking at entries using options. I'm excited. All right, so I have some more. So what do you guys want? Give me a one if you want tickers from chat. If you want tickers from chat, well, it was 2.95 per contract, $2.95 per contract, and then which comes out to $295. Give me a one if you want to give me your tickers, and we'll look at them, or if you want to go back through the watch list. Two for going back through the watch list. I'm a little discombobulated after all those compliments that Jason gave me. All right, tickers from chat. Not a lot of price history on this, AFRM. This is from chat. Going over a band. Let me know. And guys, if you give me a ticker, give me some just like, even if it's just a sentence, give me a ticker and give me some sentence of why you're interested in it, why you want me to look at it. Because a lot of times I'll pull these up and I can search for something, but I mean, this thing obviously We've got some support here. In fact, it's actually kind of trending upward, which is nice. I want to pull up the 10-day exponential moving average on this, or this is actually the SMA. So we've crossed below the 10-day moving average. So if this starts to bounce back up, I mean, I think you could reasonably make a target for a return to that 10-day mean. Let's go to 4-hour. Yeah, not really sure what you see in this. I don't know the stock. It's Affirm. Oh, Affirm. Ooh, okay. This is where fundamentals do really matter. Affirm is doing things. Affirm is a very innovative company. Affirm, this is the company that does gives you the option on e-commerce sites to pay in installments. Do you know how many things have you guys bought since that started showing up? My house, I have 2 couches in my studio apartment. I have 2 refrigerators on each side of the couch, so I don't have to get up. And I'm paying them down $10 a month. It's crazy. Spencer?
Yeah, I was gonna just chime in and say exactly what you just said. It's basically Rent-A-Center, but for but better, like good, and like allows you to pay in installments. And Rent-A-Center meets technology is how I think about it. It's a massive fintech company. There aren't many fintech companies at the level that Affirm is at.
Yeah,
in terms of valuation, et cetera, et cetera. It's huge.
I want the technical thesis though on Affirm, guys. Get me that technical thesis. What I can tell you right now, though, if my friend Matt Maley were here, he would look at this and he'd say it's starting to get into oversold territory. Expect to bounce. We've got an overall upward trend on this bad boy. All right, let me do a little fib here, a little fib retracement. That is a big retracement. I will say that. That is a big retracement, but overall it is a higher low and it's starting to curve up. Let's watch this stock. Affirm added to the watch list. We will continue to check in on this. It would be great if this is one of those stocks that starts to trend upward that we can regularly trade on the ups and downs. Give me another stock. Probably shifted alt. Okay, so we'll do LRCX because I need a technical reason. LRCX. Lamb Research, is that right? LRCX.
The one.
That's right. All right, thanks. Ooh. Guys, take a look. Hold on one sec. Let's get in here. Let's dig in. Hold on. Let's get the daily. Start with the daily. Let's look at this thing over a longer period of time. All right, we got a golden cross here. We have moving averages crossing. We had a shorter term moving average crossing a longer term moving average. Buy signal. I'm going to turn that off. I mean, I think this is just a great stock right now. You're in a bullish trend. That's all I have to say. You're in a bullish trend. If you want to trade it on an ongoing basis, follow the patterns, follow the obvious patterns. What do we got here? You already know, baby. You already know. Good pick. Good pick. All right. So usually you want to see here. Let me see what this actually looks like. Let's do a little fib. I'll start here and then go to the top. It's not quite 50%. Usually you want the cup of a cup and handle to go down about 50%, retrace about 50% of the previous trend. Let's see if it does so. Well, it obviously wouldn't do that for the longer term trend. And then for the shorter term trend here, I don't know if that really works for it. It should be something more like this is kind of where we want it to be. So not bad. I think we got a cup and handle here, guys. A cup and handle on LRCX. I like what I'm seeing. It is breaking above. We are experiencing a change in trend. So with these Bollinger Bands, when we see them expand like this from the volatility in the stock, the Bollinger Band being this blue line, usually means there's some type of change in the trend. Hey, Austin, sorry to disappoint you. Sylvia will be here very soon. So guys, I see a cup and handle here. Let's go ahead and set a price target for it. This is, I think you can reasonably say this is a cup and handle, and let's use the new fib thing that my friend taught me. At the high, down to the swing low for a conservative price target of 689. Conservative price target of 689 on LRCX. Awesome pick from chat. Awesome pick. Awesome. Adding that to the watch list. I like it. Is this? Yeah, it's a big stock. I bet it's optionable. I bet I can get some options on it. Will I buy options on a Friday? No. In general, it is not advisable if you're getting shorter term plays, so like a trade, that's something that you expect to resolve in like a week or something like that, or maybe a month, that's based on like a breakout pattern in general. It is not advisable to get options over the weekend. Why? Because crazy shit can happen on the weekend and destroy you. It can crater you. So I generally avoid buying options on Fridays. Wait till Monday, see what this thing looks like. I might just get in. So thanks for the pick. Hey, Sylvia. Sylvia's in chat. Coming up in about 10 minutes, 10 a.m., we have Sylvia Bellrock. If you don't know her, look her up on Twitter, follow her. And Spencer will be dropping her website in where you can learn how she does her trades, how she sets them up. She's a fantastic technical trader, significantly better than me. So we'll have her on in just 10 minutes. All right, let's get another pick from chat. I love this one. Your guys' picks are pretty much better than mine. Let's check in on Oxy, though. Oxy is still trending the way I want it to trend. I mean, this is bullish. I'm still, like, I told you guys I took 50% of my holding of my position off the table. But I will pile in if we see a significant close above this gap line here. All right. Because once again, I am shooting for the moon with Oxy. Yes, it is not performing compared to its peers, but I'm still in. So that's an oil stocks, Occidental, and then petroleum. And then another one I want to look at really quick, XOM, Exxon. Guys, come on. Show some love for Exxon. All right. This is a double bottom following a pretty sideways trend. Keep your eye on this one. All right. Another stock from chat with a little bit of a technical reason on why you're interested in it. Please. We can look at Fubo because that's on the watch list. Concerns about Fubo. It's getting pretty far into this triangle. All right. And it's crossed past the 20-day moving average. Looking like we might be entering a, albeit perhaps brief, downward trend. All right. Usually when we're looking at this cup here, we want to see something, if you're drawing a triangle, around a half to 2/3. Start to see the breakout. That's a sweet spot. So like even I might move this a little bit more like that. Like you want to see the breakout happen like right about there. The fact that it's going so far into this triangle makes me think maybe this one's not going to happen. Sometimes it'd be like that. So that's Fubo, F-U-B-O. Very popular stock right now. Very popular. Way to go. Took profits on Fubo and bought CDIM. Very good second. Good move. All right. Remember, if you guys give me a ticker, give me some type of technical reason why you like it. Price dipped a bit. Oh, okay. OBSV. Theme of the day. Cup and handles. Cups and handle. This is like one of those super slanted ones because you have to take into account the high here. But shit, let's just do this, guys. Makes it easy. Others might draw this differently. I'm ignoring some of the noise from that wick. This is a sexy stock. Who gave me OBSV? You guys. I'm going to get rich. I love you guys. So we are watching OBSV. All right, this looks like Breakout City. So let's go back. The volume is popping. That's what we like to see. Back. Because I want the volume to be relative. Get out of here. Volume is popping. We want to break out. Add it to the watch list. OBSV. That's a cup and handle, folks. Why is it a cup and handle? Well, because it comes from a large upward trend. Let's see if that's 50% when I use my fib retracement tool. Bottom to top, pretty damn close. In fact, it's a bit more. That's a nice dip. We've got some decent accumulation, hitting resistance right here. I wonder if it might even be something like this. Whoa. But I don't want to totally discount that red candle. I'd be interested to hear what someone like Sylvia has to say about this. At any rate, this seems to be an important level because we hit this resistance. But you can totally have a very slanted cup and handle pattern. Cups don't have to be perfect. Everyone's different. Yep, the lines look like the outline of a baby duck. That's right. This is the Orson. Yeah, I was gonna make a joke about some old guy making up this pattern. Failed. All right, so what do we look? PLX. Spell my name right, and then I'll look at PLX. Okay, I'll look at it, but my name is Neal, not Neil. I mean, it looks like we hit the mean and we might be bouncing back up. I wish this candle were green right now. I wish we had green volume. Is this perhaps, what is this trading at? Oh no, it's just a, wait, what is this? We're going to the week so we can see the overall big picture. In fact, we're going to the month. God dang. We're going to the month. We'll look at the big picture here, folks. We're going to decompress our time, stretch it out. Oh my goodness. What have you done? Is this what I think it is? Downward trend, large gap down, sustained low, big buy volume, increasing over time. Is it in a sector that's growing? Oh, it's biotherapeutics. I think that might qualify. I think this is a rat snack, guys. I think this is thrown in the dumpster by Wall Street so that the enterprising young rat, the handsomest rats in the city, can come in and gobble it up. Are you telling me that this might be a long-term rounding bottom that needs to fill a gigantic gap? You might just be telling me that. I don't know.
Can I just hop in with some fundamentals quickly?
Please.
Yeah. So of all the headlines that I've seen, that I see in Benzinga Pro, the one that sticks out to me is that they had an offering, which is normal, right? They announced a share offering in last week actually, and it was at a discount. They're raising money at a discount, which 21% discount, which is normal. Is normal. But what that means is that price can sometimes act as a floor, as a magnet, really. So they announced an offering of 7.6 million shares at 460, right? 460 shares. So that 460 price, you're going to want to keep an eye on that.
Thank you, Spencer, for bringing us back down to earth.
Yeah. It's not a bad thing that they're raising money. It's nor is it a bad thing that they're raising money at a discount. That's pretty normal. But I just want to say, keep that discount price at 460 price in mind. That's all I'm saying.
Very good. Fundamentals are disgusting, guys. They make me feel a little bit sick. But we got to take them into account, guys. Got to take them into account. We're not zealots. Thank you, Spencer. QS. Didn't we look at this? Oh no, we didn't look at it today. All right, so we're checking on QS. This will be the last one before we bring on our guest for our lesson, Sylvia Bellrock. All right, guys, rounding bottom with a gap to close. This is the daily chart. This is my rounding bottom. This is the downward trend that leads into my rounding bottom, which is a reversal pattern. This area where the daily candle has nothing below it, in between this candle and this candle, is our gap. And we are looking to return back into a bullish trend to fill this gap, meaning the space between these two lines should get passed through with price action. So that's what we want to see on QS. We are watching it. Volume is generally good. Today's not a great day for the stock. Let's take a look at the short-term trend. Short-term trend is this thing is just kind of cooking. It's staying really high, 2 standard deviations away from the mean. Keep watching it. Keep watching it. All right, this one has to hit this resistance. All right, so this is one of those ones where if you're a very aggressive trader, you can enter now. Just keep your stop loss tight and watch for a continued aggressive trend toward this resistance line and a breakout. The breakout is a closed candle, ideally a day candle above this resistance line. All right. And then when that happens, you can expect to be in gap close city and then in full breakout city, which is, again, the depth of the rounding bottom added to resistance, which gives us a price target of about 107.50 cents. So aggressive traders, do your thing. Do your thing. I don't do that. I like safe plays. I like to absolutely minimize risk as much as possible because I don't have time to watch all this stuff. I work full time at Benzinga. I've got other things to do. So I like nice setups that I can count on working most of the time, at least more than half of the time, to supplement my long-term investments. That's how I play this stuff. All right, guys, that is all I have time for